using rates to convert units of measurement. I'll give you these reminders, so you don't need to write these down. We're just going to use rates to convert time. For example, if we're converting 10 hours into minutes or something like that. And we do need to have this knowledge. There's 60 seconds in a minute, 60 minutes in an hour, 24 hours in a day, 7 days in a week, all of these. Length or distance, 10 millimeters in 1 centimeter, 100 centimeters in 1 meter, and these are rates. We could make them ratios if we converted, but the idea is to use them as a rate of seconds to minutes. Now, just an interesting one that does come up, because we will have to be doing a lot of seconds to hours, because we'll need this skill to convert meters per second to kilometers per hour. If there's 60 seconds in 1 minute and 60 minutes in 1 hour, it might be useful to be able to go from seconds straight to hours. So we'll just work out. In fact, the first way of using this conversion will be the number of seconds in 1 hour. Okay? 60 seconds in 1 minute. Now, how many minutes is an hour? 60 minutes. So, I want to know how many seconds in 60 minutes, which is an hour. Now, we've been doing this sort of rate conversion for a while. You write your simplified rate, and then you write what it is that you want underneath the right spot. To get from 1 to 60, I multiplied by 60. So to get from 60 seconds there up to the right number of seconds for an hour, I'm going to multiply that by 60 as well. 60 times 60, 3,600 seconds in 60 minutes. And since 60 minutes is an hour, that's 3,600 seconds in 1 hour. And this is how we're going to convert the number of seconds to the number of hours and vice versa. So this is another useful conversion that we might want to use later. So yes, let's use these to convert the following. 30 months into years. Now, for every single one of these questions, you're going to write the rate that relates these to time periods or time units. So, write the rate, and I want to find the one that relates months and years. 12 months in 1 year. Okay? Then, put the number that they gave us, 30 months, into the right spot. You put it under months, not under years. You put it under the one that matches. 30 months. And now, we've got the skill to work out what did I multiply 12 by to get 30. Because I'm going to have to do the same over here. So, 12 times what is 30? And remember, if we can't work out 12 times something is 30, because it's not a nice easy one, we divide back. 30 divided by 12. .5 times 2.5, and we check, because that means that 12 times 2.5 should be 30. So check, 12 times 2.5 is 30. So that's how you work out what I times 12 by to get to be 30. And whatever we did to this side, we do that to that side, times 2.5. So 30 months in 2.5 years. So when they asked us to convert 30 months into years, that is 2.5 years. And we've used rates and our knowledge of how to multiply both sides. So that's pretty easy. So your steps are, you write, where am I going to put these? You write the rate, write the value you know, and you work out what to times by. Alright, we'll try this one. 2.5 weeks into days. Well, if we need to check, we find the relationship between days and weeks. 7 days in 1 week. And we write that. Then we put in this here that we need. Now 2.5 weeks, oh, that goes over here. 2.5 weeks. And I can fill in everything except how many days that is. Because I've got to check, what did I multiply 1 by to get 2.5? Now we know if it's 1 here, it's just times this number. So I've got to times by 2.5 here as well. 7 times 2.5. 17.5. "17.5 days in 2.5 weeks." That sort of makes sense because half a week, if there's 7 days, that'd be 3.5 days. We'd be getting a half day. So that is 17.5 days. This is the working, and then we give our answer. Now here's a tricky one, 3 days into minutes. And you look at that and you say there's no rate that tells me how many minutes there are in a day. But there's how many hours there are in a day, and I know how many minutes there are in an hour. So we might have to do 2 steps for this one. There's 24 hours in 1 day. And 3 days. Let's work out how many hours. That's times 3, so this will be times 3. It's okay to grab a calculator if you need to. 24 times 3, 72. 72 hours in 3 days. Now, can we change 72 hours into minutes? Start another one. The relationship of hours to minutes, 60 minutes in 1 hour. "72 hours." Sorry about writing backwards there. 1 times 72 is 72. So it's going to be 60 times 72. 4,320. Sorry about not leaving enough space. 4,320 minutes in 3 days. So if it's not just one easy conversion, get it down to a smaller unit, then smaller again. So that's a little bit tricky. This works for length as well. 2,150 meters into kilometers. Check the relationship of meters to kilometers, 1,000 meters in 1 kilometer. Substitute in the thing you know. I've got meters. I'm going to put meters here. And it's in how many kilometers we find out. We're going to have to multiply. If we can't work out what to multiply by, we divide back. 2,150 divided by 1,000, 2.15. So divide back to find out what to times forward by. And I'm going to do times 2.15 here as well. 1 times 2.15 is 2.15 kilometers. 3.8 kilometers into meters. Kilometers to meters. Oh, I've got meters and kilometers. That's 1,000 meters in 1 kilometer. But this time the thing that I know is over here. 3.8 kilometers. Check what we multiplied by. It's one of those easy ones. 1 times 3.8 gives me 3.8. So I've got to do this times 3.8. And multiplying by 1,000 is easy because it's 3800. But you're quite welcome to grab a calculator. And that's 3,800 meters in 3.8 kilometers. So we can now use our rates skills to convert units of measurement, and in the next video we'll see how we can use our rates skills to convert units of speed.